So this week, Sergio Ramos was officially announced as a new player for CF Monterrey. And to which I say,
oh, yeah.
And hey, this is coming from a Club America fan. I don't even like Monterrey, to be honest with you guys. I could not give a crap about these lot. But putting my bias to the side, I really have to say, this is just an incredible signing for Liga MX. I mean, guys, for us Liga MX fans, this type of signing is just a rare sight to see. Like, I'm talking about a once in a blue moon event here. When it comes to transfers in Liga MX, for the most part, it's really domestic transfers. And if it's abroad, then it's usually in South America. Now, don't get me wrong, for us Liga MX fans, and specifically fans from Club America like myself or from Monterrey or even Tigres lately, signing players from South America can be exciting because, well, there's just a lot of talent in South America, young talent specifically. Now, if you're asking why it is uncommon that Liga MX does not do signings from across the Atlantic Ocean, well, at the end of the day, of course, it does come to finances. Throughout the years, we have seen a few Liga MX teams sign players from Europe, but they're really young talents, and for the most part it's just players that are not really well known. And of course, as we all know, if you want to sign a big name player specifically from Europe, then it's gonna cost you a lot. And that's the thing about Liga MX. Most teams are just not financially strong compared to the powerhouses like Club America, Tigres or Monterrey that are heavily invested by their owners. It is an unfortunate thing to see, especially if you're a Liga MX fan, but of course it does play the reason why Liga MX does not really compete with MLS when it comes to big signings. Now, I do understand that Monterrey basically signed Sergio Ramos as a free agent, and the same thing happened with León when they signed James Rodriguez a few weeks ago. And that basically proves my point. These signings were possible because these teams did not need to spend that much money for these players. And that is mainly why Liga MX does not have that much big, well-known players compared to MLS. I mean, just a few weeks ago, CONCACAF released a top 10 list of the most valuable players in the Confederation, and as you guys can see, 9 out of the 10 are current Major League Soccer players. And honestly, it makes perfect sense because if you really take a look at the history of both leagues, at least up to the last 2.5 decades, Major League Soccer basically signed players from Europe literally every year, compared to Liga MX that, again, is like a once in a blue moon. I mean, really, the last time that I remember a big name player come to Liga MX was back in 2014 when Ronaldinho signed with Querétaro, which is why for me, these two signings are a big deal for Liga MX. Bringing in James Rodriguez and Sergio Ramos, both in the same transfer window, that for me is just mind-blowing. Now, I'm not saying that this could be a consistent thing from here on out for Liga MX. For all we know, this could just be a one-time thing. And honestly, guys, I am expecting that. But that doesn't mean that we should not be appreciating this moment. On the contrary, we really should, because again, this is just a thing that's uncommon to see for us Liga MX fans. I mean, seriously, Liga MX did cook in this January transfer window, bringing in these star players. And the fact that we now get to see James Rodriguez and Sergio Ramos playing within the same league as Henry Martin or Andre Pierre Gignac, oh man, these matchups are going to be really good, guys. I mean, heck, James Rodriguez versus Henry Martin, Sergio Ramos versus Andre Pierre Gignac. These games are going to be so freaking good, and I'm here for it. I mean, guys, come on. León versus Monterrey, James Rodriguez versus Sergio Ramos, the Real Madrid reunion. That game is going to be the game of the week. Trust me. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.